I think we all kind of noticed that, and we addressed it in the locker room. You know, third quarters have been kind of our downfall, and so we got out there and we really focused on our warm up. You know, like game shots and getting our bodies ready for the third quarter.
I think the two of you tonight, you were line 6 from 9 from 3. I'm sure that's good for you guys. You feel happy to be able to knock down shots like that, especially against a team like this. Does that feel good for you guys in terms of I know you haven't been able to make threes as well as you'd like to in terms of like recent games and stuff like that, sort of like a relief for you guys to be able to shoot like that today?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I think it's great seeing multiple people, shooting with a lot of confidence, and that's something we're going to need along the stretch.
When you look at your season as your offense has kind of ebbed and flowed at times, your defensive performance tonight was there from start to finish. How much pride are you taking in that, and how key is that going to be moving down the stretch that you have that kind of consistent defensive performance through 40 minutes?
Yeah, we really take pride in our defense, and our coaches do a great job of informing us on what we need to do. And so if we just execute the plan they give us every time, it'll be really hard for them to score.
Does the importance of that really show in a third quarter or in the second quarter, like when you had 9 offensive turnovers? Things weren't going so well, but you didn't let them make a run because you were getting stops.
Yeah, you just have to. If you screw up, you can't screw up twice. You got to screw up once and then get a stop and not do it again. So that's what we focused on.
I hate to go back to like stat lines because it is a team game, but Megan did have a tough game for shooting. And she is a big player for you guys. Would you any like words of encouragement for her or anything like that? Just kind of like keep your head up.
Yeah, I think we all have it. I know last game I shot terribly, and I think that the biggest thing is just coming in, and always be encouraging, keep shooting the ball, keep being aggressive. I think we do a really good job as a team, as always, encouraging each other and keeping our heads up, and just keep shooting with confidence. That's the important thing, and I think that's what helped Jamie and I to shoot well tonight, and I know Megan will come next game and shoot lights out.
Just in terms of like miscommunications, it looked like there were a couple of times where like you guys, like some people didn't know like the ball was coming to them or stuff like that. Like I think Anna got hit in the back a couple of times with balls because she didn't know they were coming. Is that something that you guys would like to kind of clean up for the next game, kind of make sure you're all on the same page on the court?
Got that one.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, yeah, that's just some bonehead mistakes that we don't need to make, and I think that. Those things we could definitely take out. That's just communicating, being on the same page, and just also being aware. And I think that when we all do that, it takes those things away. So
This switch of defenses really started trapping down on the baselines, on the sides, especially in the paint when you got the ball. What were the adjustments you guys had to make offensively, and you have to make them maybe a little bit quicker as you expect to see stuff like that?
Yeah, I think the main part is making them quicker, and you can't let the trap get to you because they have length and they have their motor that's going to just keep staying on you. So you got to find the holes, trust your teammates to find the holes, and pass it when they're open.
Is it too early to start looking at the standings, or are you guys peeking at them, and did that show you that tonight was really kind of the key game for you guys?
I haven't really looked at them, but I just felt like this game is important, knowing that we've lost 2 that we probably shouldn't have, they're just frustrating to us. We knew we had to come and get this one no matter what.
yeah.
Perfect, thanks.
Thank you
guys.
Congratulations.
Well, the Rams needed a win, and we got one. The kids did a lot of positive things today. I think against an Air Force team that is quite disruptive, and they do some things to, make you look silly and ugly at times. So this was going to be a challenging game for us. We knew that. Proud of how they handled their business today.
Third quarters have been problematic for you in conference play. Tonight it wasn't. You at least held a stalemate. Was the difference, though, your consistent defensive effort throughout to not allow a team to make a run and maybe turn frantic into panic?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Our third quarters have been awful, to be honest with you. And defensively, really all night tonight, it was hard for them to just get on any runs and gain a lot of momentum offensively. And so, the defense was, it stayed steady there in that third quarter. And then some shot making. Jamie made some shots, and that's kind of been the thing. We've got to, I don't know, maybe we change our warm-up routine coming out of halftime, but we're getting the looks, we're getting shots. We've got to come out with a little more pop, and I thought Jamie made a couple of shots there, and Annie made a couple of shots. Mackenzie Ellis was super all night tonight, and so, finally a okay third quarter.
have any words for her or anything like that? Maybe like keep your head up, or it's just not your night.
Well, yeah, I don't know. She made 2 big threes there to stretch it, and I don't know. Did you see the job that she did on Emil? I mean, she was running Emil all over the place, and Emil I know had 17 tonight, but I bet Emil would say she had to work for every single one of them, and so I thought Megan. From a coaching standpoint, Megan was exceptional. She was exceptional. If you look at the shooting, that sort of thing, yeah, maybe not one of her best nights, but when we needed to stretch that thing in the fourth, she hit 2 daggers. And that just, she shot them with conviction. So I don't know. I'd give Megan a game ball tonight because she was so good defensively.
When you look at the minutes, your 5 starters, I think 4 of your 5 starters played 30 minutes plus, 1 played 28. Your bench doesn't even match at 28. Is that who you trust defensively right now, or is that?
Good question. Just some of these games we've played here recently, it just it doesn't fit some kids. I mean, you have to. I think attacking this zone, that sort of thing, it's passing is critical. And not that our bench can't pass, but we just feel we're going to put the best group out there that can attack how they're playing us. Same thing against New Mexico. And so, in some games, this is how we need to guard them. And so we're switching a lot. Maybe that doesn't really help some of those other kids that maybe aren't as skilled in that area, or it doesn't fit them. So it's just really game by game for us, and it always has been. We do have a solid bench, and it's how these games have played out here recently. But welcome to conference play.
Yeah. Is Laura the one that you really need to start seeing? I mean, she had 21 the last night. I think she had 18 tonight. You just want her to get more and more comfortable because she does have the experience to handle the chaotic press that will come with conference.
Yeah. Laura's such a versatile player, kind of a Swiss Army knife for us, and can play a lot of different positions. And so she's still coming back. It was nice she made a couple of shots there in that first half to gain some confidence. So each game she's done a little more, but there's challenges in each of these games. And so I think the burst is improving each and every game. You can see it on film, but Laura's the one, because before she got hurt, Laura's our best player. So, if we get our best player back, which might not be for a while, when she's fully back, then we're going to be a much better basketball team. But Laura's somebody that's just different out there, and we surely need her.
Coach, in terms of what you guys were able to do defensively, and obviously Air Force isn't a team that's going to necessarily kill you from the 3-point line, but you held them without a three-point tonight. I'm pretty sure they were 0 for 13. So is that surprised you? Kind of like a pleasant break, or like something along those lines?
Well, I don't know. We kind of respect their shooters. I have a lot of respect for their personnel and Schneider and Emil. Conroe has lit us up before from the 3-point line. So that was just a huge part of our plan, was a little tighter coverage to make the 3-ball not part of their arsenal. And if they put it on the floor, we had a good help line defense tonight. Mainly Mackenzie and Mayanne were in that role. And I thought they were exceptional. So did a good job guarding the 3-point line.
In terms of, it looked at times like not everybody was on the same page. It looked like sometimes players were getting hit in the back of passes, or like too high, or they didn't know the ball was coming to them. Is that something that you're going to try and to clean up for the next game? Or do you just kind of stuff happens like that?
Well, I mean, sometimes when you play Air Force, that stuff does happen. I mean, they are disruptive and, quite frankly, a little annoying. And that's a compliment to Air Force. They just are always where you don't want them to be. And so, trying to move kids to different spots, we maybe weren't on the same page there in some of that rotation stuff. But, we surely need to clean that up. But I'd give credit to Air Force on all that.